I'm Dennis Anderson along with Julie Zenner, and here's what's coming up on Almanac North.
There was an important milestone in Duluth this week toward reducing the local homeless population. We'll talk about the opening of the new Steve O'Neill apartments.
Halfway through the season and most of the region has enjoyed a relatively mild winter. Can that trend continue?
And in our news file story from 25 years ago, a northern Minnesota company works to get a toehold in the national bottled water market.
These stories and the week's business news coming up next on Almanac North. Hello and welcome to Almanac North. Thank you very much for watching. Good to be back, Julie, after, well, we had a week last week where we taped the program. Live broadcast tonight.
Live broadcasts are always fun.
All right, good news to start off the show, too, so let's get started.
All right, thank you, Denny, and welcome, everyone. Essential housing for the homeless community in the Twin Ports is now a welcome reality with the dedication this week of the new Steve O'Neill apartments in Duluth. The $13 million project includes 44 units of permanent supportive housing as well as a 6-unit emergency family shelter. A number of entities work together to provide funding for the project and the services that will be provided. And joining us is Stewart, Executive Director of CHUM, which will provide supportive services to the residents. And Raquel Wisniewski and her husband Paul and their children recently moved into one of the new apartments, and we really welcome you here tonight. Thank you so much for coming on in.
Thanks very much for having us.
We
great
have
day.
We have Ariana down at the end and Anaya.
Yep.
Good. Thanks for coming in. Lee, this had to be a really exciting week for you. I was at the dedication. People wall to wall. That had to feel really good.
It just felt great. It was an outpouring of community support. We've known it, and yet on the day of, to have so many people from so many walks of life there and helping us celebrate, and almost everyone in that room had made some kind of contribution in some way or other to the project. And it was just a great day for Duluth to do that.
Hundreds of people attended that grand opening. What does that say about this community and the project?
Well, I think we're a city of compassion, and so it talks volumes to the generosity of the people in Duluth, and the commitment to justice, and to provide housing for those who need it. This project has been in the works about 5 years, and so it's a culmination of a lot of hopes and dreams of hundreds and hundreds of people. And it's just a testimony to what we believe, what kind of community we should be.
Mm-hmm. Raquel, talk about moving into the apartment, because you've been there, what, just over a week now?
Yes.
What was it like to move in?
It was a dream come true. I actually first walked in, and when I seen what was my home, I cried. It was a big deal. It's been a huge impact on me and my kids to have stabilization, a foundation to build off of, to be able to work on myself, to be a better mother in the end. It's overwhelming. It's been great.
What kind of services are available for you there and for your children?
They have, well, a lot of the services are just now starting to get rolling, and ideas are being tossed around, but there's a program they want to start for the older kids, for my 2 older ones. There's an early Head Start program that they're talking about starting, also with the daycare, which would take care of I have 4 children, 11, 12, 2 months, and 2. So they're going to have all-around programs, from what it sounds like, for each age group of the children, which I think is great, to basically get them community involved as well.
We have a computer lab there as well.
Yes.
And a place like the Duluth Aquarium has given memberships to all the families there so that we can go on field trips. Nice. We have partnerships with Myers-Wilkins School, the health systems, the Kids Cafe across the street at Damiano, the YMCA. there's a list of about 25 organizations that we've been working with to roll out the program.
There will be plenty to do.
There will be plenty to do, and all ages, all types. And the other day, the kids from St. Lawrence School brought 6 lasagnas for a community dinner that we haven't eaten it yet, so get ready for a community dinner. But it's just the generosity never stopped.
Paul, share only as much as you want to, but obviously challenges associated with having a family and not having a permanent place to live. What was that like as you were struggling before this all came together for you?
It's been a very long and hard road for me and my family. It's actually at multiple times actually torn our family apart. This opportunity at Steve O'Neill actually brought us back together again because the size of our family, it's kind of hard to expect somebody to take us on entirely, So at times, there was times where we weren't together, and that really causes a big rift in your family relationship. Kids aren't sure exactly, what's going to happen next, and it just causes a whole ripple effect of issues. And like since we moved in, kids are starting to settle into their schedule, and they're just all around happier, and just things feel better. It's like we feel like a family again. It's kind of like getting your dignity back. It's kind of like a good way to put it. And you can
Raquel,
see it in the kids.
How did you hear about the apartments, and what do you do to apply?
I went down to CHUM actually when I was looking for somewhere to stay. I was camping outside of my auntie's house, and the winter months started to come. I wasn't able to find anything to help me immediately. Public housing, there was a waiting list. Section 8, there's a 2-year waiting list. And when I went down to CHUM, I met Tessa, and Tessa made me aware that they were accepting, at that time, just starting to accept applications for Steve O'Neill. At the time, I didn't know what Steve O'Neill was, the apartments basically, and so she explained it to me. And I got an application through CHUM, applied through CHUM, and since then they helped me through every step of the process basically into getting into the housing and keeping in contact, basically what I needed to do and follow through, which was great because there's so many different agencies involved from HRA to DW Jones that it's easy to get some of them confused on who needs what. And so I had a worker who helped kind of hold my hand and guide me through, which was a godsend, to be honest.
It's not a process you'd like to go through alone. The application to meet the demands of what it means to be long-term homeless and to verify income and to make sure that you qualify for the Section 8 it's a brutal bureaucratic path. And so one of CHUM's commitments has been to walk with folks and to make sure that they do get exactly. It's easy to get lost. People who are home. I mean, the other day a person came to see me and she said, I know I'm on the list, but I haven't heard from anybody. What's happened? I got her name, and I found out that what had happened was she'd been staying temporarily at a treatment center, and the letters had followed her there, but she had left by the time the letter got there, so she was no longer being tracked. I said, call this number right now, get back on the list. So she's back on the list, and she is a baby who's about to be born, and she's on the list, and we'll see her coming in the next sometime.
We have some video of the apartment, and it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
We're going to put that up, and Lee, if you can just talk about the facility a little bit.
Sure. This building was designed by Wagner Zahn. Doug Zahn is the architect, and Johnson Wilson were the constructors.
How many apartments?
There are 44 apartments, 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms, and 6 units of family shelter as well. It's funded by the building meets the standards of the Minnesota Housing for what is required to really provide the kind of supportive stability for families. We have common areas, which you're looking at now is the lounge, and then to the right there is the computer lab. This is a room for infants and toddlers, 0 to 3s. We have another room which is for the preschool group. We have a community room. This is the preschool group room here. A lot of educational type toys. We have public lounges on the 3rd and 4th floors. One includes a piano. We have a community kitchen. Several companies have donated those little pack and plays on the right. Right now we have like 20 under 2s that are in the building, and so we really need that. We try to supply everything a family needs to get going. Kitchenware, bathware, basic furniture. UMD gave us those desks, so every family has a desk. These beds you've heard about, the Duluth Woodworkers Club. No one has been more generous with their time and talent than the people who made 69 beds by hand.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's amazing. 3-bedroom apartments have 2 bathrooms because there could be 6 people living there, so getting everybody off to school, you can have 2 people washing their hands, 2 people taking showers. It's a nice setup.
Yeah.
And it's designed to be spacious and to give families the security that they need to not worry about housing anymore. Now we can worry about taking care of our families, taking care of ourselves. So,
Ariana, you were kind of nodding when she said it was a nice setup. What do you think of it?
I really love it. I'm really glad that we got a house and everything.
Is it starting to feel like home for you?
Are there other kids your age there, or have you met some people?
Yeah, I saw some of my friends from school there that live there.
Just wondering if it's very new, but is there already a community kind of starting to develop in those common areas? And as
You're
you're
meeting
walking?
friends within.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yes, we all communicate. I haven't said anything, so I hope you don't mind me saying this, but I wanted to start or talk to somebody about starting like where us residents come together at least once a month and communicate with each other basically. And I think that would be like a good thing for us. I think I did briefly talk with you about that.
Yeah, establishing a residents council and to be part of that, because the real plan is to, first off, as Paul said, you get the families reconnected with one another, and then the next circle is between the families, and then so throughout the building, and then to make sure that everybody is really well connected to what's available in Duluth.
Lee, how long can residents live there?
As long as they like. The happy day, the only they do have a lease, so there's some basic things that people have to follow as anyone would in living, but the happy day when people would leave is because if they've got a great job and they no longer qualify for Section 8. Thanks to the Duluth Housing Redevelopment Authority, we have what's called a project-based Section 8, which it means that people pay 30% of their income towards their rent. And that's a system that really helps people with not a lot of income maintain an affordable house and have other cash available for the food, for other things that the family needs. But that does have income requirements. So get 2 good jobs, no longer qualify for Section 8, we won't kick you out, we'll help you find an even better place to live. So, but it's called permanent supportive housing because we mean that permanent.
What are your plans? You've been given this opportunity right now. Do you see?
Oh, I have goals in mind. My first goal was obviously to obtain a home, so check that off my list.
Housing first.
Yes, check. The next one is to finish school so I can educate myself to be able to provide more to get off of the assistance, because as we all know, education is the way to go. So that's my plan, is finish. I already have some classes in, it's just to actually finish it, obtain a degree, basically.
Lee, do you still need help from the public as far as donations? What can
people
do?
Yeah, this is a lifelong thing. I mean, we're still collecting funding to finish up the furnishings. We're looking for any dining room table and chairs in Duluth that is looking for a new home. We'll happily give it to them. We can take care of the basics for the apartments, but specifically certain chairs, desks, lamps. So the registry that I talked about a couple months ago, that's still online through the CHUM website.
Dressers.
People can donate through it. Dressers are coming. Radisson Hotel is going to donate about 200 of them as soon as they upgrade. And we've heard from Caribou Lodge in Lutzen that they're considering giving us a lot of dining room tables and chairs. So in the interim, we're just trying to make do as best we can, but we will certainly, we'll need help from the public. And also there's opportunities to volunteer. People can sign up to bring community meals, because part of what we're trying to do, as I said, is build a community there. So there's plenty still to do. Help with the summer programs for children.
Going to have to
Thank
wrap
you.
you up.
All right,
this
I
is
can really ask.
This is the beginning of a great story. Thank
It's
you
great.
so much. Thank you, Lee, for all the hard work that you've done. Raquel, Paul, Ariana, Anaya, good luck. Congratulations on
Thanks
your
for
new
being
home.
here.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Yep.
Now, let's dig into our news file archive for a look at what was making news 25 years ago this week.
With foreign bottled water sales fizzling out, Buell Water is hoping to tap into the market.
It's the finest, premium, pristine quality water in the United States. And we feel we could easily fit in the slot to take over where Perrier left off.
Buell bottles and ships 9,600 gallons of water a day. Business has doubled since being established only 2 years ago, but it's not big bucks in advertising that have brought them the business. It's the water's taste and reputation.
Our water, being that it's bacteriologically free, is a pristine, premium quality water. We had it checked out for 42 chemicals found in water nationwide and worldwide. There's not a trace of them in Buell water. Would you believe they're selling water in Buell at the shortstop? People in the community buy it and they send it to their relatives that want it around the United States.
Despite the recent boom in business, owners joke they're just keeping their heads above water. Plans are being developed to bring Buell water into the world market.
It's really a pity. We bathe in it, we wash our streets, water our gardens and lawns with this pure, pristine water, and people are fighting all over the water just to get good quality water.
In Buell with photographer George Marinsel, Kevin DiLorenzo, KDLH News.
Depending on your point of view, you either love this winter or you hate it. For those who prefer a winter with little snow and above normal temperatures, it has been a dream season. But for outdoor enthusiasts and the businesses that depend on a normal winter, it's been more of a nightmare. So, halfway through the winter, we thought it would be a pretty good time to call in an expert to see what the rest of winter may bring. Joining us is Mike Stewart, the meteorologist in charge of the National Weather Service office here in Duluth. Mike, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Boy, this winter is a total opposite of last year. Can you put your finger on the reason why it's such a change?
Well, in this case here, we've been having more warmer air and more Pacific air coming across the northern part of the United States, where last year we kept getting all the very cold air from northern Canada and the Arctic down into the Northland here. So it just happens to be the way the weather patterns are.
Luck of the draw.
Luck of the draw, and most of us are not really complaining. Could use some more snow because that'll help the resorts and help all the skiers and snowmobilers. So that would be nice to at least get more snow. But you know, the cold, we've not had that too bad of a cold.
It all rests on the fact that nothing we can do about it.
There's nothing we can do about it, but you know, we have another couple months of winter left. So.
Right.
Now, we do have some graphics with some comparisons between last year and this year. Can you help us figure out what we're seeing there?
Well, in the graph with the blue bars on the left is the number of days that we've had temperatures below zero. And last winter, by this time, we had in the low 50s. So far this winter, we've only had around 25 or 26, and that's just about a normal we should have. Last year, we ended up with a total of 73 days below zero, which is a record. It broke the old record of 69. So we could have done without that. Snowfall-wise, last year we had just about normal, around 55, 56 inches. This year we've just had a bit over 30 inches and a lot less. Now, you see we had around 55 inches at this time last year. We ended up with 131 inches of snow. So we had another 70 inches of snow from February 5th to the 1st of May. So we could have a lot more snow.
And here you can see what we don't really have.
I mean, that map is really telling what's going on. If you look at the red and the yellow colors over in the UP, that's where the heaviest snow is. And they only have around 25 to 30 inches on the ground, which is actually kind of below normal for them. Now, if you go down into the blue, more purple, that's in northeast Wisconsin there, near the border, and up there in the, along the borderland, you have accumulations around anywhere from 7 to 15 inches. But that's still, we should have around a couple feet up across there. So we're actually much below normal. We have around 6 to 7 inches at the office officially at snow depth, which is, at this time last year, we had around 25.
How important is it that we get closer to those normal snowfall levels before the season ends?
Well, it is very important because we're kind of concerned going into the spring. We actually are about 25% below normal for the winter for precipitation. And if we have dry conditions going into the spring, we could have problems with dry, once we lose the snow, with the dry brush and what we call it the fire weather conditions. We could have fires before we green up later on in April and in May.
And groundwater tables would drop, hence maybe problems with freshwater wells?
Freshwater wells, we could have problems. So we do need snow or rain, preferably snow. No rain because it'll probably be freezing rain, but snow to at least rebuild the water table somewhat. Because as I said, we are about 25 to 30% below normal.
The battle over climate change and weather seems to be going on and on. What's the difference? What is climate and what is weather?
Well, weather is what we're experiencing now. We got a little snow today. Today's Friday. We may get a little snow sometime over the weekend. We may get some snow Tuesday or Wednesday. That's weather. Climate, we look at long range. We look at over the years. Generally over the last 20, 30 years, the average temperature's actually gone up in the Northland here. And that's when you look at climate, you look at a long range, you're looking at years, where weather, you're looking at days, maybe a week or so.
When people talk about weather and climate change, often it seems like no matter what the weather is, the culprit is climate change, whether it's way hotter than normal, way colder than normal, drought, heavier rainfall, hurricanes. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, there is climatic change going on, and man has contributed to it, but NOAA is researching how much it has contributed to it. One thing with the climatic change that is going on, we are going to have more extremes. We are going to could have stronger storms. Duluth, you talk about global warming, climatic change. We're still going to get our snow here. We're not going to have palm trees along the lake walk in 10 years. Not in our life, no, not in my lifetime either. But you're going to have probably more extreme weather. Look, happened 2.5 years ago, we had the flood there. And what was really interesting before that, it was very dry. We had a very dry spring. Then we had 6 weeks of very, very wet weather. We had the devastating flood. Then it got dry again by Labor Day of 2012. So you have these extremes going on.
Mike, you mentioned snow maybe on Tuesday. What are the models showing? A lot of snow, a little bit of snow?
Really not much at all. Over the weekend, maybe an inch or so. The amount of snow that we're going to get maybe Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe anywhere from 2 to 5 inches. But right now, at least out to 10 days, it doesn't look like any of the big winter storms that we're used to having.
It's all staying to our south and to the east.
Yes, the way the storm track is going is going across the lower Midwest, Ohio Valley, and hitting the Northeast there. So they're probably getting all the fun that we had last year.
What's the long-range forecast?
Right now, the long-range forecast for February through April, we're looking at near normal temperatures and precipitation through the period. If you look on the map there, they have brown is for above normal temperatures, and then the blue is below normal temperatures, like down in Texas and Arkansas, where up in the northwest there, they're looking above normal temperatures. And then for the precipitation, we're looking at actually above normal temperatures in the southwest where they really need it, and then near normal temperatures across the near normal precipitation across the rest of the United States. So we could use some above normal precipitation here, at least get the water table back up.
Some have suggested a snow dance. Do those work?
They may. We were afraid. Just remember that it was 2 or 3 years ago in April, we picked up 51 inches of snow. So you don't want to dance too much.
Don't dance too early.
All right, Mike Stewart from the National Weather Service. Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Well, it's time now for the week's top stories on the economy from Business North. A Shell Lake manufacturer will permanently cut its staff by 29 employees, according to a notice filed with the Wisconsin Workforce Department. Hampton Products, which makes automotive, security, hardware, and electronic goods, will cut 5 salaried and 24 hourly workers by April 1st. Employees will be paid wages and benefits that are still owed, Hampton told state officials. The company did not respond to a request for additional information.
Despite the collapse Tuesday of a 65-foot ice wall, which was to be the key feature of a winter festival in Superior, the event will go on. Sculptor Roger Henson, known as the Iceman, returned to work Wednesday morning to recreate one of the 2 ice towers. Sponsors intend to move forward with weekend light shows and also fireworks during February, according to Mayor Bruce Hagan. Henson stressed that he is not a quitter and will continue to provide his Meet the Iceman talks at 2 p.m. every Saturday on Barker's Island.
Switzerland-based Glencore, a key stockholder in Polymet Mining, has agreed to loan the Hoyt Lakes Company $80 million. The money is needed during coming months while Polymet waits for environmental permits to mine for copper, nickel, and other precious metals. The loan should cover anticipated costs throughout 2015, according to Polymet President and Chief Executive John Cherry. So far, Polymet has spent nearly $82 million on environmental review and permitting. If regulators allow the mine to be developed, Glencore has agreed to buy metals and concentrates produced by Polymet for a minimum of 5 years. For more on these and other stories, visit businessnorth.com.
If you have a comment on our show, now's the time to call. Dial 218-788-2849 to leave a message or send us an email to almanacnorth@wdsc.org and look to the WDSC website for the latest program information for updates on your favorite local shows and news and events here at the station. Well, Julie, February is a short month. It'll be March before we know it.
Yeah, at this time of the year, you like things to go fast, don't you?
Oh, boy, and how. And we're going to have to march right out of here. For Julie and the crew at Almanac North, I'm Dennis Anderson. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good night, and be kind.